Good afternoon, all the lecturers. My name is Sirati Suailo, and I'm going to present my research proposal with the title is Enhancing Speaking Skill in Online Learning, a case study of EFL learners in SMA Negeri 13 Ambon. Before I start, I want to give the big thanks for my academic advisor, which is Sir Dr. Hendrik Jacob Marwanaya, MED. In my proposal, I divided into three big parts. First one is the introduction. In my introduction, there are some points that become my consideration in conduct this research. The first one is related to the students' achievements to their certain degree, but actually related to the success to apply the strategy and skill to the lesson they learned, and related to the English as a foreign language in Indonesia. That's why it became a compulsory subject learned in school right now. And move to the next, which is the situation of pandemic allowed all of the learning activities in online learning. According to the result of observation or research from Rahmawati et al. In 2021, they found that there are significant decrease in terms of speaking ability in online learning. That is why, related to the implementation of online learning, concern about speaking tasks provided through Zoom meeting application and Google Classroom in SMA Negeri 13 Ambon in my preliminary study, which being a big concern of a big consideration to conduct this study. And move to the next, which my research questions. I have three research question and research objective almost similar, which is one to observe how speaking tasks presented through Zoom meeting application and Google Classroom of EFL learners in SMA Negeri 13 Ambon, and also it want to observe the implementation of students' work in their speaking tasks provided through Zoom meeting application and Google Classroom in SMA Negeri 13 Ambon. To the next, which is in chapter 2 about the literature review. In my literature review, I put 4 points. The first one is about the concept of online learning. It proposed by Bayegate in 1987 until 1988, and also move to the next, which is analyzing speaking skill of EFL learners development, proposed by Rivers and Rogers. And then the next is the concept of online learning, proposed by Bong Curtis in 2002. And I also reviewed some result of observations or researchers by related with my research proposal. Next is about methodology. In my slide, as you can see, that I'm going to conduct a case study with the setting in SMA Negeri 13 Ambon, and the subject of study, of course, EFL learners from SMA Negeri 13 Ambon consists of 20 students from 11th grade. To the next, which is my research procedures. In my research procedures, I'm going to conduct a mixed method. The first one is I'm going to conduct qualitative data procedures and then move to the quantitative data procedures. Procedures of qualitative data, to get this data source, I'm going to have 3 steps. The first one is participative observation and then in-depth interview, and move to the next, which is the documentation. Move to the quantitative data collection or procedures. I'm going to use the questionnaire adapted from Bambang Setiadi in 2006 and distribute to the students or participation. In my data analyzing procedures, the first one is to analyzing the qualitative data. I'm going to use four steps proposed by Sugiono. The first one is data collection, data reduction, and then data display, and drawing to the conclusion. Move to the analyzing the quantitative data. I'm going to use the formula, which is N is fx divided n times 100%. At the end of the research, I have the criteria of students' participation and learning experience toward the speaking task provided through Zoom meeting application and Google Classroom, which the scores based on the result of the questionnaire consists of failed, enough, high, and good. That's all I can explain about my research proposal. I am Sirati Suailo, and thank you so much for the support.